Welcome back to another Wuthering Ways video. The man of the hour, the one that every single girl is going crazy for, Ji-yeon. Kuro decided to post like his whole kit on their website, so to me it just seems like it's very concrete. This is the character, but just in case they decide to like change a few things, I will make an updated video on top of this one just so we could be up to date with like how his kit works. Without further ado, let's just get into it already. Loading data. Midnight Ranger Commander Ji-yeon. Ji-yeon is a man of righteous and resolute heart. He is able to bend the slightest breeze into the sharpest guiding lance. And there's this awesome picture with a nice little dragon in the background, the nice greens and like teals and all that, you know, looking really cool. This is his idle pose, right? The big detail I wanted to note out is that there's this big statue dragon, which we have seen in like previous like tests and betas and all that in previous trailers. We have seen this dragon, so it might mean something. It might have a connection towards him because he does summon a dragon when he does do his attacks. And also you can see here he summons a polearm lance, quote unquote, and the dragon wraps around his arm, around his chest and all that. So maybe there is a connection between his ultimate, his like skill towards the dragon in the back. I don't know if it's the same. Ji-yeon has a polearm and a sword because he starts off with the sword. His normal attack says lay down arms, performs multiple strikes dealing damage. So as you can see here, I think before he attacks, he has a sword, like a regular sword, and then it turns into a polearm, and he does all these crazy moves towards his enemy. And you see one of the polearms kind of like boomerang its way out, a very fast pace, which is what I love. The green kind of gets like infused into the weapon as he does his attacks. Very interesting nonetheless. Resonance skill. Now it says wind stilling strike charges forward for a certain distance, right? I don't want to compare him too much, but it is kind of like Zhao's dash attack. So he just dashes forward. You see the green effect and all that, but I do see that there is like a little thing floating around. Maybe his dragon, I don't know exactly. Very straightforward, just does a strike attack and nothing else there. We're gonna go into his ultimate attack, which is like the big sauce. Resonance Liberation. The name of it is called Sky Roaming Certitude. After releasing Sky Roaming Certitude, Ji-yeon enters his triumph status, allowing him to perform multiple combo attacks. It sounds like instead of using the word ultimate or ult, which it is pretty much his ult, but they call it the triumph status, right? So he goes into this state where everything gets very dark, as you can see, gets very silhouetted, and he starts going insane. So the thing I find very interesting about this certain attack, the dragon, as it's going around everywhere, it kind of like grabs enemies and it kind of like moves them a little bit, you know? So like he kind of grabs them and keeps hitting them consistently, but it just looks like overall just like an incredible DPS unit. Like it looks like a ton of fun. I can't wait to see more of him. I don't know if they're gonna do any updates on this, but this looks very interesting nonetheless. He's a lancer. He has a polearm and he has a sword, but his weapon here is called a claymore. The thing that I find very interesting about this is that a lot of claymore users tend to hit slower. Claymore is like usually a big weapon. I guess it is a pretty big polearm, but they hit really hard and they attack very slow. Ji-yeon, he attacks extremely fast for a claymore user, right? So maybe that's his advantage, I don't know, but it's very interesting to me that they decided to call him a claymore user, right? Another thing I wanted to point out was his element, which is called arrow, and they call it concerto element, which I find very interesting because it kind of makes me feel like saying concierto, and concert in that's in English and conciertos in Spanish. So concerto kind of has like those like linguistic type of word, like I don't know, I guess that's what they're calling the element, which is kind of cool. It spices it up because it's like a concert, there's music, there's notes, and there's waves. Maybe that's why they named it that, because of the wave aesthetic with the game in general, right? His affiliation is Huanglong. That's basically the region that they're from, right? His birthday's December 14th. Cool. We get this image of like this hourglass shaped thing. Now I don't know if this is an item that's used to like capture the echo companions that we're gonna have in the game. It's called a cherished item, gourd pill case. It might be an item we might need to obtain and able to level him up. For these types of games, a lot of open world stuff, like you have to farm a couple enemies or stuff like that, and they require certain items for you to level them up. From other games that I've played, I feel like when they show it, this type of like presentation on a character, they usually show the item that they need for them to be leveled up. Now, I'm not really 100% sure because it says gourd pill case, so maybe it's for something else, I don't know, but it's good speculation overall to think like maybe this is an item that he's gonna need. Although Jin Yan has long since given up his identity as a doctor, he still always takes with him rhythmic syrup medicines developed by Wuthering. Oh my god, medicine, that's a mouthful. In order to keep a low profile, the appearance is deliberately made to look like the resonance terminal. I have no idea what that is. He is often teased by Jin Sai. Is 2 terminals better than 1? Oh, interesting. So Jin Sai seems like a new character that we don't really know about yet. That sounds like a new character's name that I haven't seen or heard of. Let me know in the comments below if you've heard that before. It would be interesting to see more characters in the future. If more characters start coming out, they might do these types of presentations in the future. So I will be making more videos like this, just try to keep you guys up to speed. And if anything changes at all, I will update that certain character in another video for you guys. That's Ji Yun's full kit. If there's anything else that I missed out on his kit specifically, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to talk to you guys, and definitely subscribe if you're interested in Wuthering Waves or interested in seeing more of this type of content. I'm really trying to dive deep into Wuthering Waves. I'm having a lot of fun making content in this game, especially that I've been anticipating. I'm very eager to play this game. So if you're liking this, subscribe. Love to have you here. Definitely check out this Twitch stream too, because we do be playing Genshin Impact. As soon as this game rolls out, we're gonna be kind of transitioning into Wuthering Waves, so definitely check us out on Twitch to see that full transition unfold. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.